Hello, everyone, and we are live. Welcome, everyone, to Moment in the Doghouse with your host. It's me. It's the BY motherfucking D. And as you can see, I'm alone, no guest. The tank did not show up. I guess he decided not to show up, so the tank is not here. I apologize for his absence, but we are live. Um, So what we're going to do here today is I'm going to talk to you, have a beer, hang and bang, and answer any of y'all's questions. So I am live with all of you here in the YouTube world. I'm waiting on for some people to jump on and be a part of this live. I'm about to tell the group that I am live. I am live alone on YouTube right now. I just invited some people on, so hopefully they'll jump on here in a minute. I'll stay live for a few minutes. Lonzo sent me a voice message. Let's see if I can let you all hear it. No one answered. I said I was out for like 10 minutes and left. You knocked at the wrong door, brother, because my camera would have went off. Go to our YouTube channel. I'm sorry, guys. The tank didn't show up. He said he went to the house, knocked on the door. Nobody answered, but if he would have went to my door, I have a camera in my front door. He would have, yeah, my camera would have went off. I would have seen him. So I don't know. I'm going to share this with a few people and see if we can get them in here. So maybe we can get Tank in here in the messenger and we can all talk. I did let him know that he was at the wrong house and everything like that. Knocked on apartment 4, stood outside, no one came out, I left. Knocked on apartment 4, stood outside, no one came out, I left. You knocked on the wrong door, brother. My camera would have went off if you would have knocked on my door. And I've been going out looking for you. I didn't even see you on my street, brother. Brown house, right behind the Kroger's. All right, guys, I'm still here with you live. If anybody wants to talk and ask the BYD questions, I'll be more than happy to answer. I see one person is on with me. Talk to me. How about this? I'll answer some questions. I wrote down questions for Tank. He isn't here, so I guess I'll answer them. How did I get involved in XWW? How did XWW come about? I'm from a little town called Four States, West Virginia, Marion County. It's in between Worthington and Enterprise. There ain't nothing to do in old Four States, West Virginia than play football and beat the crap out of your buddy in some backyard wrestling matches. I started backyard wrestling with a guy named that he went by his wrestling name by 8 Ball. I won't give his real name on here out of respect for him. But he did some backyard wrestling with me, and we started XWW in 1996. It evolved. It evolved into something that was so much bigger than what it should have been. My favorite fighter growing up, Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali. Those were my two. I love the Rocky movies. That was my favorite stuff. Wrestler growing up, my favorite wrestler because I was big on pro wrestling. As a kid, it was Hulk Hogan. I was a real big Hulkamaniac. as I got older, Ric Flair, Bruno Sammartino, Dusty Rhodes, those sort of legends I became fans of in wrestling. Um, Wrestling is what actually started XWW. Extreme World Wrestling was the name of XWW Backyard Sports when we first started back in 1996. It evolved. I'll just keep going down the list and asking myself these questions I was supposed to ask Tank. Favorite fighter in XWW? My favorite fighting opponent would have to be um, favorite fighting opponent. I'm trying to think because there's been a lot. If you guys know the BYD's history, my backyard MMA record 40 wins, 10 losses, 1 no contest. Backyard MMA record for XWW Backyard Sports. 5 different weight class titles because we allowed the guys in the smaller weight class we used to challenge upward to the heavyweights, and the heavyweights, if they wanted to fight lower weight class, they had to cut weight. So you could have a guy that was 135 pounds against a 400-pound guy. That was possible if the little guy challenged for the heavyweight title. If we had a guy that big for the heavyweight title, it was a fun time to do backyard stuff back then. People, nobody in the live, nobody on with me anymore. I'm doing this live stream by myself, I guess. Favorite fighter in XWW? Let me get back to that question. The Tank was probably one of my favorite fighters to train, to fight. Misfit was probably my favorite fighting opponent. Was probably the Misfit. Tough, very tough. Some of our videos are on YouTube. I just got a message. Hang on. I'm going to answer this guy's question in my messenger here. How do I go live with you? I'm watching, but it won't let me join. All you got to do is get in the comment section, bub. Sorry, answering people's questions because people are wanting to get in the live with us. They want to go live with me, and I don't know how to do that. The only thing I know how to do is go live myself. I barely know how to do that. Favorite XWW moment in my time with XWW, my favorite moment. There's been a few. There's been a few that come to mind. I'll tell you a Tank story. Here's a Tank story since Tank was supposed to be here and he ain't. And this one might embarrass him, but it's a Tank story. This one's funny. During a backyard wrestling match, one of the guys gets pinned. It's like a 6 guys in 1 match type deal. And it was for the XWW World Wrestling title, our main belt back here. For that belt. And we're all in the match, and one guy gets pinned. I take my shoe off because I couldn't get there in time, and I lunge it and throw it at the guy that was trying to pin the other guy. I forget who they were. 1, 2, kick out because I interrupted with the shoe, hitting the guy in the head. So I proceed to take my sock off, and like Mr. Socko, stick it on my hand like I'm going to do the mandible claw. And the Tank just happens to stand up and turn around, and he gets mandible clawed. The funny thing about this is my sock, I had an ingrown toenail, and my foot was bleeding, my toe was bleeding. So my sock was sweaty, not only sweaty, but I had blood in it, and I stuck it in the Tank's mouth and gave him the mandible claw. No, I did not end up winning that match, but that was a funny Tank story. To me, Tank was one of my favorite guys because me and him started out together as kids with XWW. I met the Tank when I was like 12 or 13. Tank was 8 or 9. He started backyard wrestling with us. We were kids. We were backyard wrestling. And then it evolved and grew. And we added boxing and MMA, and teenage years into adult years, we still kept it going with other people and other adults and added people. 2012, we had over 75 fighters. We had over 300 fights. Um, Anybody would like to get in the comments and talk, you can. I mean, feel free to talk to the BYD. What does XWW mean to you? It means everything. It was my baby. We started out as a backyard wrestling company and evolved into something bigger, a friendship, a brotherhood, a sisterhood. I had girls that were involved in XWW that some of them I could still consider my friends. Woman, she's one of them. I made a lot of friends through XWW through the years. Like I said, 75 fighters that I worked with and had at Hammer Time Gym in 2012. We had over 300 fights probably that summer. There was a lot of fun, a lot of craziness. Um, I had fun. How did being part of XWW benefit your life? It benefited me a lot. Taught me relationships. Taught me how to be a better person, better human being to one another. We didn't mind, like, anybody could come and fight. Like, we didn't care as long as you matched up somebody in your weight class and got in there and fought. We didn't care. We had a lot of fun, and that's just that. My wife wrote that question down for Tank, and I'm glad I got to answer that. My wife wrote that question down for Tank, and I'm the one that got the answer. I like that. I like that. Thank you, honey. Shout out to my wife, Mrs. BYD, aka I call her Sexy Mama, aka my sexy mama. Um, what advice would you give any up and coming fighter doing this? One, if you're going to be tough, you got to be stupid. That's number one advice I'm going to give anybody trying to start this stuff and trying to get into this stuff. If you're going to be tough, you got to be stupid. You got to be stupid. You know how many chair shots this poor scalp has took? Pizza cutters, barbed wire, razor blades, thumbtacks, guitars, you name it. I've been hitting the head with it. Rock bottom on shopping carts, choke slammed on shopping carts. I've done it all. I've seen it all. I've lived it through XWW. We've had a lot of fun over the years. 26 years, and nowadays all we do is I look to guys to wear my logo to Tough Man's and Rough and Rowdy events. Oh, hey, big shout out, yeah, Brian in the comments. What's up? I see you there. Cool deal. Heathen. Heathen in the comments. Welcome, brother. Welcome. I've been on for 13 minutes. Serious advice. What serious advice would I give an up and comer? Get in the gym, train your ass off. Um, Hindu squats, Hindu squats, Hindu squats. Do a lot of Hindu squats. Um, I want to give a quick shout out to Danny the Man Parker. I'm a big fan. Love your work, brother. Good content, good channel. And shout out to Scooter Beggins. Scooter Beggins, dude, my main dude. I love that guy. What's the best cardio workout you can do? Run your ass off up a hill, the steepest hill you can find, and walk back down it and repeat the process as much as you can. And do that 4 or 5 times a week. That's the best advice I can give you on cardio. Best advice I can give you. You want to work out on your core and stuff like that, bag work, yoga, yeah, just to name a few. All right, I'll ask myself a question. Here's a question for myself. My favorite submission hold. Favorite submission hold, either arm bar or rear naked choke. That's my favorite two submission hold. Arm bar or rear naked choke. Looks like I got somebody in my message. Okay, he's found the comments. All right, cool. Sorry we didn't get with the tank. We didn't get to put the tank on. I apologize to y'all. Um, we are selling T-shirts. I want to shout out to one of my unofficial but official sponsors, the people that make my gear at Special Tees here in Clarksburg, West Virginia. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. You're my favorite people in the world. Shout out to Shelly at Special Tees. You guys are awesome. You guys make great clothing, great stuff. If you guys want XWW gear, get with me. I will hook you guys up through Special Tees. Special Tees are good people. They do all my merch, Special Tees, since 2010. Special Tees. I'm only going to be on here a few more minutes unless you guys got more questions. What's your favorite boxing stance? If you watched in my last video, my favorite boxing stance is I like to switch. I like to switch. I can't bounce right now. I couldn't bounce because of my knee. I'm getting ready to get knee surgery, but just goofing off and getting out there and having fun with the Assassin was a good time. Assassin, I want to give a shout out to Assassin, good people. Good exhibition match with him. I can do switch. I started out as a lefty when I was a kid writing and stuff, and when I got to kindergarten, they switched me to right hand. So when I boxed originally, I boxed lefty, and I went to Tommy Thomas's gym here in Clarksburg a couple times, and he switched me to a righty, and then I got comfortable doing both over the years. I didn't go to Tommy's gym very long. I only went there like once or twice, but great people over there too. Shout out to them. I love local stuff. I support our local people. That's why we do Tough Men. That's why I like having guys fighting Tough Men wearing my gear because I love the Tough Man events. Uh, had a lot of fun doing them. I fought in 6 Tough Men events. I've done an amateur MMA fight for Mike Shepard here in West Virginia at Parkersburg at the field house. Had fun doing that. I ended up ripping the lens off the back of my eye and had to get 2 eye surgeries. Thanks to Ryan McCoy. Shout out to Ryan McCoy. Take my hat off to you, buddy. You hit like a freight train. Hey, Red Eye Patriots. Shout out to you, brother. Shout out. Not much, man. Just hanging out, having a beer, chilling. How to approach your opponent. If you're MMA fighting, I always tested the waters with a leg kick. I always try to piss them off, try to get them charging by throwing simple itty bitty leg kick. Boom, hit that leg kick. It usually pisses those guys off. They usually try to charge sometimes. Sometimes you don't get lucky. I didn't get lucky against Ryan McCoy. He fucked my eye up. As you can tell, if you look at it, you can tell. Stays closed most of the time. Really ain't a whole lot going on. I was supposed to talk to the tank. He didn't show up. So I'm doing the live stream. From now on, our live streams will be called A Moment in the Doghouse with the BYD. I will be your host. This is just our first of hopefully many. I don't do live streams often. I don't even know how to really do them. I pray to God I'm doing it right. Hope you guys are enjoying yourself with my stupid content and stories. I went into pro wrestling, just so you guys know. I went into pro wrestling after I left the backyard world for a minute. Did some professional wrestling. I trained with APWA training facility in Shinston, West Virginia. It was at School Square at Fox's Pizza Den. I used to train there for like 2-3 years under Justin Case and Don West. Don West owned it. Justin Case trained us. Met the Steiner brothers, Kevin Sullivan, all those guys. I met all those guys. Nice people, great people. XWW was my baby. It still is. The YouTube channel's my baby now. I really don't know what else to say. Tank was supposed to be here. Big letdown that he wasn't. He said he knocked on the wrong door, or said he knocked on a door. It ended up being the wrong door. Have I heard of Jason Latita? I think I pronounced that right. Latita. No, I don't think I have. I'll have to look into him, look him up. I will get on that as soon as we get off this live. Heathen, I'm proud to have you. I'm proud to have you a part of the team of training guys to get ready for Tough Man and stuff. Tough Man's coming up in January. We got a lot of work to do. I'm going to help these guys get ready, and they're going to wear my logo and represent us. I'm going to be in the crowd cheering them on, drinking a beer, videotaping it. Hell for the fighters, great for the spectators. I love this sport. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, name sounded familiar. I wasn't sure. The name sounded familiar, though, but I wasn't. Tommy Thomas trained him. Yeah, I probably heard of him. I've probably seen him around. Yeah. Really ain't a whole lot going on here today, guys. I apologize for the people that are on here watching. Like I said, ain't a whole lot going on. Just chilling. Thought I was going to get to hang out with the Tank, have a beer with Tank. One of my good buddies, one of my best friends. I probably have bled with him in backyard wrestling matches more so than just about anybody in XWW. We have busted each other open on more than one occasion. The bastard has hit me over the head with 2 guitars. And I have been friends with him and his family for as long as I can remember. Good people. Good people. All right, guys. Well, if nobody else has got any questions or anything like that, I'm going to jump out of here and get back to living my life and enjoying my family and my children, because obviously the Tank ain't coming. So if the Tank does show up later, I'll come back on later and give you guys some sort of update with the Tank and everything like that. His belt's sitting right next to me. The Tank's championship's right here. The vacated middleweight title's right there. And we got the original that started it all, the belt that started it all, the XWW belt. Have a good day. May God bless you. You too, sir. You too, Heathen. You have a good evening, sir. God bless everybody that watches this video. Hopefully we'll see you down the road and see you soon. Have a great day. God bless. Peace out. BYD for life, baby. Later, guys.